I can hear the thunder rolling.
Yep, thunder's rolling.
And the rain begins to fall.
Got your tea?
I can feel my courage tremble after I have come so far. Today my heart is sinking, and
Come on
my
in.
world is caving in.
Tomorrow's haircut day. I can't wait.
But there's light on the horizon, and the darkness will give in to one more day of hope, one more day of faith. Tomorrow will be brighter if I get through today. Better days are coming further down the road. So for now I'll just keep clinging to one more day of hope.
Okay. Y'all heard me singing. Anyway, get on in here. 24 ounces of lemonade. I hope it doesn't have much sugar in it, because that's a lot of sugar if it does. New style, not a new stylist, yes. It's probably the last time I'll get to see Teresa. But not the last time, because I'll go visit Teresa. But she's closing on her house down in Whiteville, North Carolina, on the 14th, and she's closing on her house she's selling here on the 20th of August. So they're going to get moved in and ready to go, and God love them. I mean, her husband has been at the Blue Ridge Community College for 20 years. He set up the automotive program there. And then while he was there, he got his master's degree and his PhD. And now he's going to be the president of a college down in Whiteville, North Carolina, close to the beach. And my Teresa is a beach girl. But I'm still going to miss her. I'm going to miss her. Anyway, it's just, they've raised their children in Henderson County in Etowah, and I've shared with you her house, and it sold right fast. Yes, everything's selling right fast. But it's going to be a good move for them. She's excited. She's excited to be so close to the beach, because she does like her toes in the sand. And I'm having network trouble again. Anyway, y'all drink up. I don't know what's going on. I just don't know what's going on. I'm thinking I might need to turn off my Wi-Fi. We had a lot of lightning last night, and the thing just did bad things. Well, let me reach into my little basket. Let's see if I can find something in my little basket. I'm going to dig around in here and pull a little piece of paper out of a hat, so I'm not just fumbling. Word fumbling. That's not fun. Well, I'm going to have to put it back in under here. Let's hope I like this one. Shoes! Oh, I'm with you, Teresa said. Sand is too much trouble. Yep. It's one word. Shoes. I like shoes. Shoes tell your head it's time to get to doing something. You know, men have a different set of shoes for everything they do. They have their outdoor grubby shoes. They have their baseball shoes. They have their football shoes. They have their golf shoes. They even have swimming shoes and hiking shoes and climbing shoes and paddling shoes. And you know, as women, we don't even want to buy us a good pair of tennis shoes. I mean, we don't want to buy a good pair of tennis shoes. And Leanne had on the best looking pair of tennis shoes the other night. They were navy blue. They might have been black, but they were New Balance, and they just really looked good on her. So here's to putting your shoes on. Because Fly Lady has her little kids on right there. You see them? Little kids. Because that's what I wore when I first got started. You know why I wore little kids? Oh yeah, I forgot about bowling shoes. I had something wrong with the heel of my foot, and I had to Robert had to cut my bowling shoes out because I couldn't wear them. I bought a pair for Fly Lady and wrote indoor only. How cool is that? So I lost my train of thought, just so you know. I'm not losing my mind, but I did lose my train of thought. And that happens when I read the comments here. That really does happen. And I need to just slide the comments out of the way. But having a pair of shoes, oh, I know what I was talking about. When I started getting organized, I wanted to wear a pair of shoes because I wanted to be able to run outside and clip deadhead flowers and stuff like that. And if I didn't have my shoes on, I wouldn't walk outside because I have very tender feet. Well, when I first started wearing shoes, guess what? I had rough and scaly feet with cracks in my heels. It was awful. I started wearing my shoes and socks. And after a summer of wearing my shoes and socks, nothing else, just wearing my shoes and socks, I had the softest, prettiest feet you've ever seen. And all I did was put my socks on and quit going barefoot. Imagine that. Quit going barefoot. Changed my life. Changed my life. Your feet aren't, those of you who don't have on shoes right now, I want you to turn your foot up on your knee and I want you to look at the bottom of your foot right now. Just look at it. It looks nasty, doesn't it? Because you don't have on your shoes and you're running around the house barefoot. You may have a pair of flip-flops somewhere, but guess what? Flip-flops just go flip-flop and they're off your feet in no time at all. No, socks don't count. Socks are dangerous to wear in your house because you'll slip and slide in socks. You've never watched the Tom Cruise movie where he slides across the way? Dirty socks, yeah. But I didn't put any lanolin or anything on my feet. Nothing. I just wore my shoes and socks. And I had been wearing Birkenstocks. For years I wore Birkenstocks. But I would kick them off and still go barefoot. So getting a pair of shoes that bless you, that bless your feet, having them on your feet. Now, some people say, well, my feet get hot in the summertime. Mine do too. But you know, if I don't wear my shoes, my feet swell up. If I don't have because it's hot. And if I don't have those shoes laced to my feet, that creates compression. You don't need compression hose when you got on socks, you know? You don't need compression hose. So that's the name of the movie, Risky Business. So put your shoes on. Now, I did get a new pair of sandals this week. They were on sale, and they don't lace up, but they're Velcro. And I can stick my feet on, and I can't get my feet out of them without a little help. So there are sandals out there that you can Velcro to your feet. I wear special thongs for my plantar fascia. Yeah, I've had to do that too. But if you'll get a pair of shoes and keep your shoes on and never go barefoot, you'll never have plantar fasciitis. I promise you that. Not even go barefoot in the middle of the night. Keep your house slippers by your bed. That's where they're supposed to go. Oh, Liz is talking about she and Matt have been together since they were in the 5th grade. Yeah, that's sweet. So wear your shoes. Not wearing your shoes is hard on your hips and knees and ankles. Hard on your back. I remember when they were kids and they went to the prom together. That's how long I've known Liz. You gotta wear your shoes. The other day, I was in the kitchen and I had on my shoes, and guess what I dropped? I dropped a knife. And guess what it did? It went point down and hit the top of my shoe. Guess what? It didn't hurt me at all. If I'd have been barefoot, it would have hurt me. But it didn't hurt me. I don't know that we recommended any shoes. We just recommended shoes at the workshop. But Leanne has her a pair of New Balance. I got some Kizik. I've seen them advertised on Facebook, and they make it easy to put on, and they are easy to put on. I got my brother-in-law a pair too, Phil, and he loved them. He absolutely loved them. So wear your shoes. Put your shoes on. Shoes empower you like nothing else will. Really, like nothing else. Let me see if I can find this testimonial in Sync Reflections. I know it's in here. If I look for shoes. Let me look here in the front. Maybe I can find the index. I don't see a chapter on shoes, but there is. But guess what? That's enough on shoes. Get you a pair of sandals. They really feel good on your feet, but not flip-flops. You can't run in flip-flops. I don't know what those sandals are. I have worn 2 different brands of sandals that I really like. And one's an Israeli company. Teva's good. But I needed more stuff surrounding my feet because my foot would swell. And I don't know why it would swell, but now that I'm drinking my water, I don't have that problem. Merrells are good too. But if you don't know what size shoe you are, order one of those measuring tools. And they're really good to have, especially if you have little kids and you order their shoes. Order a foot measuring tool. I don't know what those things are called, but they're worth every penny so you can measure your foot. Because we, as women, think we still wear a size 8 narrow foot. Guess what? Once you have a baby, that changes. I'm in a 9 and a 9.5. And you go into a shoe store and say, well, I need to see a pair of 9s, and they just don't feel right. They just don't feel right. Well, the shoe salesman, which we're not doing right now, shoe salesman brings in a 9.5, and it still doesn't feel right. But you don't have the heart to say, I need a 10. So you walk out of there without a shoe that fits you. You just give up. You give up because of your vanity. My mother-in-law was that way. Poor Ella. She wore a size 9 shoe, and she thought her foot was just huge. Well, it wasn't. It really wasn't. It wasn't. So, be kind to yourself. Get you some good shoes. And if you pronate in or out, either one, you need a pair of shoes that corrects that. Because here's what happens with, I don't really have something to show this, but I'm going to use my fingers. You got ankles and knees, and if you pronate, one is going to compensate, and the other one is going to have it's going to radiate up and down your body when one is not correct. So if your foot's not level and it goes like this, then your knee has got to go back this way, and then your hip has got to adjust. Don't do that to yourself. Get a pair of shoes that correct whatever's going on with your foot. Because the sole of your foot is the basis for your whole posture. Well, y'all, we've exhausted shoes. Put on your shoes and you'll find your house will get clean. And you won't believe it. You just won't believe it. Because shoes tell your head you don't have an excuse to procrastinate. You don't have an excuse to procrastinate. Well, I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow morning. It's anti-procrastination day, and you know what that means. You know what that means. Talk to you later. Bye.